My name is Lana Lynette, and welcome to reality. A couple of years ago, it really just hit me how upside down our world is today. Right is wrong, good is evil, truth is hate, selfishness is admonished, laziness is praised, and freedom is exchanged like currency. We live in a manufactured reality that's saturated with the temporal pleasures of this world. Truth stands as a threat because it cuts through the fabric of this perceived reality that our society clings to. And so truth is deemed relative instead of absolute. But how can truth be true if it varies from person to person and is rooted in opinion rather than fact? And how can truth be true if it's determined by humankind and all of his and her sinfulness, fallibility, and limited knowledge? The answer is it can't be. Our human nature is broken, and we surround ourselves with the smoke and mirrors of our own design. They are constructed from the world and what we desire from it. We gorge ourselves with these desires, but no matter how much we allow ourselves to indulge, we are just never satisfied. That's because what we indulge ourselves with isn't real or of any actual substance. We gorge ourselves on transitory, created things, limited substances. As I tried to make sense of the events taking place in culture, politics, and society in general, I realized that any argument made from a secular worldview was insufficient in explaining the chaos that was going on around us. The only logical explanation for the outcry was in the fact that for everyone, the world revolved around one person, ourself. We all serve someone, and if that someone isn't God, it's the God of self. So then we pull the curtains over truth, over reality, because we want things to be our way all the time. But if everything is centered on human beings and everything is relative, what's solid today is obsolete tomorrow. We have no foundation on our own. So then what is firm? What is steady? What is unchangeable? It is, always has, and always will be God. He is morally perfect, transcendent, immutable. Goodness, holiness, and truth derive their meaning from Him. He is the creator of the universe who exists out of time and space. He never changes. Today, tomorrow, yesterday, He is the same. Everything comes back to God. Try explaining government, law, science, medicine, economics, property, language, geography, history, family, marriage, sexuality, peace, love, grace, mercy, light, and hope and justice without God. You absolutely cannot, because He created and established all of these things and He maintains them. Daniel 2:21-22 says, "And He changes the times and the seasons. He removes kings and raises up kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding. He reveals deep and secret things. He knows what is in the dark, and the light dwells in Him. His hand over all creation is undeniable." Those who choose to deny Him should know that the excuses they use here on this earth, in this life, have absolutely no effect in front of the judgment seat of God. Romans 1:20 says, "For since the creation of the world, His invisible attributes are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, His eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse." Personally, I found that by leaving my feelings and circumstances at the door in my search for truth, I was able to clearly see the way that truth harmonizes with reality when they are brought together. The truth and reality are manifested all around us, meaning they are visible, tangible, and authentic in matter. It's just hidden behind the world's thick fog of lies. It's truly staring at us straight in the face, but we are just too blind and distracted to take notice because we like ourself at the center of the universe. And that is the way we want to keep it. If you're wondering how will you know what reality actually is, you'll know because you'll see God at the end of it. And that is something that I can absolutely promise you. And so my prayer is that this podcast will help you make sense of reality, which will require breaking apart the secular framework that emphasizes only tiny pieces of reality in order to promote a particular agenda or established thought pattern. The world is so successful in telling us what to think and how to think about it. I'm excited to launch this project. It's something God has put on my heart for a very long time. I have been super resistant because I am not one to get behind a mic and a camera to talk about these topics, but I've come to realize that God gives us personal experiences, educational background, professional skills that equip us for the journey that He sets before us. And if that is the case, which I know is the case, I know that He will sustain me in this journey, and He will sustain you in whatever He has in store for you. Thank you for tuning into this mini EP. I hope to catch you next time. Thank you, and God bless.